Hi, it's old Honkity Hank again, and I'm going to do lesson number 9. Um, this lesson is going to start us into the reason that many of us are here, and that is uh, how we can do a little bit of improvising. And we're going to build on things that we have learned so far, and especially we're going to be using the pentatonic scale, which I covered in the last lesson. Um, and before we get into actual improvising and use the pentatonic scale, um, it's important to think about something like, why do certain chords seem to occur over and over again in tunes that have the same key? In other words, let's say that we're looking at tunes that are in the key of G, that's 1 sharp. Over and over again, we're going to see the G chord and the C chord and the D chord. Or if it's in one of those sad songs, maybe it's going to be E minor, A minor, and B minor. Why do we keep seeing these chords over and over again? And if we're in a different key, let's say we're in the key of C, over and over again we see the C chord and the G chord and the F chord. Why don't we see things like C sharp or E, or chords like that? Well, let's explore that. Now, right away, I'm going to do something that I don't like, and that is I'm going to give you a pre-whine. A pre-whine is something where I'm whining about something that hasn't even occurred yet. uh, we have a rule at me and my buddies that play golf together. We have a rule: no pre-whines. It's okay to whine after your shot, but don't stand over the ball and whine about what you're gonna do. Okay, so I'm going to pre-whine here. I'm going to emphasize that I don't improvise. And so this lesson, some of you could think of as sort of like a blind man trying to tell people what things look like. Um, in fact, I've done a lot of study trying to prepare for this lesson. And, I'm an engineer kind of guy, and I don't like to try to teach stuff that I don't really understand. I don't like to use stuff that I don't understand. And when I read Brad's material on this, which is in his Mandolin Masterclass text that we're using, and it's on pages 22 through 26, when I read through that, I said, well, that all, yeah, I can believe all that, but I want to know why all this stuff is true. I don't get a feeling that I really understand that. So maybe I need to study some music theory. I spent some time looking at music theory. And I'll tell you what, if you want to climb down a rabbit hole and get lost, start looking at music theory. I've decided that there is no such thing as music theory. Music theory is a lot of people's impressions about what sounds good. I think it was Count Basie that said, if it sounds good, it is good. Well, that's as much music theory as I was able to get out of all my study. Uh, you, I really want to know why all these things work together, but I guess all we can say is they do. So anyway, with that in mind, we're going to dig into why chords go with certain keys and why they sound good. Well, not why they sound good, but the fact that they do sound good. And that's going to be in the next video.